Hey guys, I haven't done a video in a while. I've got about 5 minutes. I'm on my break, and hopefully I can do it in that 5 minutes. But I recently saw the Joe Rogan interview with Elon Musk, and I thought that was an exceptional interview because it showed you the heartfelt, soft-spoken side of Elon Musk. We're seeing a little bit more of it as he talks about AI, but it really helped me to see the more personal side of him, and not just the CEO of this company. And some of the backlash that he's been getting, it was actually covered in that interview a lot. How he talked about how some people can be really mean, and they're mean because they stay incognito. Nobody sees them. They have no recognition, so they know that they can get away with saying whatever they want. But in person, when you're face to face, they won't say that kind of stuff because they'd be more scared and cowardly that you're going to react to them negatively and probably hurt them. But what I got out of the whole interview, the whole message, even though they talked about various subjects, was that when you embrace passion, progress, forward movement, and ambition, you are embracing disaster because you're not taking the time to really think about what you're doing. You're just doing innovation or forward movement for the sake of forward movement. And when you instead embrace sorrow and backward movement and the pain that it's caused to you, I mean, as a Catholic, this is all my religion is about. I mean, here, the Lord and Savior of the world was killed. All his followers seeing the leader crucified. That's a sorrowful thing to see. His own mother, who was one of the disciples, she gave birth to him, had to witness him put up on a cross. That's one of my biggest fears, to ever live long enough to see my own children die. I don't want to do that. It's new now because I'm a father. I never had that fear before, but I've thought about it. I don't want to experience that kind of pain. But the reality of it is we have to learn to embrace sorrow, and that's what Elon Musk was kind of talking about. You know, the sadness he felt when he was younger. He tried to hide from other people the fact that he was so intelligent because it made him feel weird. He started to realize that other people didn't really identify with him. In a lot of ways, I experienced that in the world today. It's hard to identify with people because a lot of people don't think. They don't take the time to think. They'd rather be followers. They'd rather veg out, just turn off their mind and like turn on the TV, turn on their video games, turn on their virtual reality, and just meld into this other world that doesn't really exist. And instead of being rooted in reality. But when you learn to embrace your sorrows and your pains, it helps you to be more compassionate and empathetic with other people. You start to feel the pain of others, and therefore you experience love for them because you identify with them. And in that embracing of sorrow and pain, you start to make choices that are for the betterment of the world and betterment of society, betterment of others. And in the end, it is the betterment of yourself. Not putting yourself first. You're putting others first. And this, to me, was the whole theme of that interview. It was an excellent interview. I never really watched Joe Rogan too much. I mean, every now and then I'll watch an interview, and I think he does okay interviews. He's a little crass for me. He's a little rude. But, I can be rude myself too, but that style, I don't like to kind of watch it too much. I prefer Elon Musk's style, but I think this was an exceptional interview that he did. Even some of the things that Joe Rogan said were pretty on point, spot on. But in the end, embracing passion and progress and forwardness, yes, there's a theme there. You hear that from the progressive Democrats all the time. Forward together. That tends to lead to disaster. So passion is the wellspring of disaster. And embracing sorrow and pain is the wellspring of love. So love comes from embracing your pain and your sorrow. And that's pretty much, as a Christian, what I read in the scriptures and Bible talks about that. The struggle in life and the embracing of sorrow is what builds character, and it's what makes you identify with other human beings. It makes you good. And this is kind of where I share the same concern that Elon Musk shares about artificial intelligence. Artificial intelligence is progressing very quickly because of progressivism. People want to progress. They think that it's going to be good to combine humans and machines, but we may not get to that level. We may get to the level where the machines become so intelligent artificially so quickly that all they do is focus on progress because their creators only focused on progress. And often the children turn out just like the parents. And when you're a creator, an inventor, an artist, your work is a derivative of yourself. It is born of you. So it becomes your child. So the people creating this AI just for progress' sake are going to create robots that become intelligent just for progress' sake. And they might actually look at us as holding roboticism and artificial intelligence backwards. And that may be the end of humanity as we know it. And I absolutely agree with Elon Musk. I mean, I just posted a video on Facebook about artificial intelligence where they programmed a robot hand to move similar to a human being's, but the artificial intelligence algorithm that was running the hand actually evolved on its own to the point where the robotic hand, developed humanistic dexterity. Very scary. So if you've got a robot that does not embrace the pain and sorrows of humans and does not identify with them, you create the perfect Terminator weapon. All the movies that I've seen have warned about it. People just ignore it. They just think progress is great. And they make jokes with this new robot, Sophia, that is now the first robotic citizen of this Neom city in Saudi Arabia. And she jokes about killing human beings. Yeah, I think that's where we're going. And you're also getting it from the types of people who agree with abortion. They're very suicidal. So learn to embrace your sorrows. If you don't embrace your sorrows, if you only embrace your passion, when you encounter sorrow, you'll become self-destructive. And self-destructive people commit suicide. They abort their own children. They make choices that lead to their own detriment. But loving people make better choices for the betterment of society and the betterment of themselves. So that's the message I want to leave with you guys. And I wish you a good day. I hope to make more videos. I'm real busy. I'm going to try to do short ones like this. I love you. Thank you for your support. And have a good one.